Paintsville Tourism Committee. First thing I'd like to do is last meeting we Bobby hadn't been sworn in yet. He's been sworn in, so I would like to do a blanket ratification of everything we did last week. I guess we need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
There's been motion been made and seconded to ratify everything from the last meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And all opposed? Bonnie dying to say opposed, but okay, it's been seconded and passed by ayes. Everything's been ratified from last meeting. Okay, we're going to wait for the attorney for the Historical Society. Correct. Don't want to? Go ahead.
He'll be here.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to call to the order. No, we don't have to adjourn. Okay, call to order the Paintsville Lake Historical Association scheduled meeting for today at 4:30. Call to order. Need a roll call?
Richard Mullins.
Here.
Jerry Daniel.
Here.
Andrea Dixon.
Here.
Bonnie Porter.
Here.
Bobby McCool.
Here.
Daniel's all here. Okay. The minutes from January 19th. Oh, we already do that. Oh. Yeah, it's February. Duh.
Make a motion we approve.
Second.
Motion been made, seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Approve the minutes from last meeting. Financial reports from January.
There he is.
The chief. Stand up.
Make a motion we approve.
Second.
Motion's been made to approve the financial reports and seconded. All in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Approve the financial reports. Update on Mountain Home Place file, Russell.
Basically, what we're working on right this time is we're getting ready to open up for the season. And as we mentioned in the last meeting, we need to work on our computers, so we have acquired a tower for that. So our computer will be up and running probably by the end of next week. We'll work on it, get everything set, our program in it, get all the things back in, all of our inventory back into it. So hopefully it'll be good for another 10 years, hopefully. That's about what this and I think should have nice if we did. We've been working on some bookings for the amphitheater. I've contacted one bluegrass band, one country band, and then we're working on our gospel thing. So we're working on 3 events right now, one for May, June, and July. So we, could raise our income up this year. And I was telling Annette earlier that I thought that this season we would actually beat last season or last fiscal year by $10,000. And she told me that I think we've already like $6,700 of it. So the goal to do is to beat it by 10,000. I think we can. And then I'm going to set another goal to actually beat this one by 10, which I think is very possible.
Yep.
So as long as we keep, raising our goals and keep what we're doing, maybe someday that thing will even be self-sustaining. We've got one more problem now at the home place, and that's with our horse. We've been, medicating him, trying to get where he's blind, we've been trying to, solve that problem. Doc Holbrooks came up and checked him out, and we've got one more medication that we're giving him, but he said that he didn't think that it was going to do any good. So I think our horse is going to be completely blind. There's nothing that they can do about it. So we do need to make plans, about buying another horse.
I thought you were already going to do that.
Well, we are, but we might end up having to buy another one besides the one. Because I was hoping that Ted would actually get his eyesight back.
Mm-hmm.
And, we would have had to have another one if he did that.
Mm-hmm.
So by him not being able to, we may end up having to get two. Because the horse and carriage is a big deal out there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's something that we need to, be looking into, which I have actually already been checking around horse and horses.
Have you got any leads on a horse yet?
Doc Holbrooks is actually looking for us. He's
Uh-huh.
looking. Then I've got Danny Whitaker out of McGoffin County checking on something for us.
Cause it'll be soon. We open
I mean,
soon.
we're middle of February,
Yeah, well,
Call Katrinka Blevins or Donnie and Ronnie Ross. They do all kinds of horses and know people all over the state.
Yeah, and I've already talked to Katrina once,
Uh-huh.
but not here in the last little bit about the horse and carriage thing. So
Yeah.
at that time, she didn't know
Yeah.
where I could find one at. So
Yeah. Well, I know they just got back down there at a horse farm. Donnie and Ronnie did, so you may want to call them.
right, I will.
How's it coming for the Heritage Days?
Well, actually, I haven't started working on Heritage Days yet because if we do something without the extension office in that,
Mm-hmm.
then we're going to have to change the name of it. We can't use Heritage Days, so we'll have to do something else.
That's fine.
Yeah, so
But it's February, so the kids, you probably want to have them out there by April or the 1st of May.
Yeah. Well, the kids will start coming in, I'd say, in May.
Yeah.
We usually get probably one school group in April, but our main school groups comes in, after the season, in the fall.
Historical Days.
Hmm.
We
What
actually
about
get-
home place historical days, Russell?
Well, that would be good like that. That's something we need to work on.
Yeah, because that truly brings in a lot if you did it like in May and then again, say September, October.
Yeah.
Because the times I was out there, you were packed just in the gift shop alone.
Right. That's where, you take just like where those kids comes in on that, you really get a lot of people in that gift shop.
Mm-hmm.
And the more people that you can get in, the more revenue you're going to have.
Right.
And that's where it comes from.
Right.
We have, this past year, the gift shop sales was real good from all the schools.
So will you go around in the spring? To the schools and let everybody know about it? Like if
Normally, that's what
For
we
May,
do.
yeah.
That's what we do normally.
I've got all the
Sometime
numbers,
in
Russell,
March,
if you need them.
yeah,
You
sometime
probably
in
should be
March,
calling them
what
right
we do
now.
is Send someone.
Yeah.
And we visit all the schools.
Ma-
That really helps.
yeah.
And one of the schools we picked up a lot of this past year was McGoffin County. We did pick up a lot of it.
You need to go ahead and be calling them right now, Russell, and set your dates because we're going to have some of the kids at the Stafford House, but they're planning their spring trips and they only get so many.
Right.
So you probably this week should get on that and decide on a date and be calling them because they're planning their spring schedule right now.
We need to get as many as we can this year.
Yeah.
But basically, that's where we're at,
No, I hate that about poor little Ted. I love Ted.
Well,
We all get older.
Well, that's just like Doc Holbrooks asked me what we was going to do with him. And I told him, I said, he's part of the farm. There's people come here to see this horse. And I said, as far as I'm concerned, that horse is not going anywhere. We'll keep him out there. Because he draws a crowd in himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Do we need to do anything other than about the purchases of the horse or just?
I don't think so.
You get a price back.
Just get it and
Yeah.
just give
Hunt
him
for
the
it.
authority to do it and get it done.
Send us all an email.
Yeah.
With a picture of the horse.
Yeah.
There you go.
Picture of the horse.
Sounds like things we'll have to get to. So
Yeah.
Maybe you can get a good deal, get two.
yeah.
2 for 1.
We might actually be able to get a good deal by getting someone to donate this one too. You never know. I always
That's true
look-
too.
I always look for those routes if I can.
I'll tell you somebody else. Anna Webb. Do you know Anna?
Not anywhere.
Dumas.
With Dumas. She rescues horses and stuff. She could probably help you.
She might have one that would actually does that.
Yeah, I would get in contact with her. I can give you her info.
You know, there was a lot of them. I remember when I lived in Scott County, there was a lot of horses that got abandoned up there that they had to take in. And that, in fact, I believe there's a center there at the horse park that they take in horses that have been abandoned in that area. So,
The only thing.
but
that
I
you
think
gotta-
that they charge that they sell them just like a regular horse. I
Right.
don't think there's.
The only thing that you gotta do is you
But
just
you got to
can't-
be able to have one to train.
Right, you gotta have one that's already ready.
Oh,
Because just like us, we don't have time really to train anything. We have to have something that we can go ahead and put in that carries and use.
mhm.
So that's where it comes up at. A lot of horses that are, that you can get out here and donate and stuff like that, they're not trained.
Right,
And if they were trained real good, people wouldn't just abandon them out there.
right.
They keep them and sell them. But that's the only issue with getting one like that. Another thing that we need to start doing, I'm gonna have to start advertising for employees.
I agree there.
Because basically right this time, there's only 2 people working there, and one that I know is gonna come back, and we just don't have the crew right now to actually take care of the place this year.
Yeah,
Especially for everything, that we've got planned to do.
that's what we're going to have a director for. That's what, it's going to be the next one we get into the tourism meeting.
Center.
So these employees, these seasonal, they want these. Okay.
Yeah, seasonal. Yeah, we usually, I think, how many did we actually hire last year?
It was around 7, wasn't it?
We hired quite a few, but by the end of the year, by the end of the season, we've got a skeleton crew again. So for some reason, they don't last long.
Is that all? Somebody going to make a motion to adjourn so we get the tourism?
Are you done, Russell?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make that motion to adjourn.
Second.
All motion's been made and seconded. All in favor of adjourning to the Paintsville Lake Historical Association, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. We are adjourned. Now, shoot, I had this right. No, I messed it up. Oh, here we go. Call to order the Paintsville Tourism Commission regularly scheduled meeting for Monday, February 15th, 2016. Roll call, please.
Richard Mullins.
Here.
Jerry Daniel.
Here.
Andrea Dixon.
Here.
Bonnie Porter.
Here.
Bobby McCool.
Here.
All right. Now we got to approve the minutes of the special call meeting for January 19th.
I make a motion to accept the minutes as printed.
Second.
We got a motion and a second of the minutes. All in favor? All opposed? The ayes have it. Approve the minutes from the special call meeting. Approval of financial reports and payment of bills for January 2016.
to approve.
Second. Motion's been made, seconded. All in favor of approval of the finance reports, payment of bills for 2016? Say aye. Those opposed? The ayes have it. Approved finance reports, payment of bills, January 2016. And now, report by Barbie Moans of SIP Theater.
Barbie had emailed you all just
Okay.
a quick little update. Basically, no new changes, and the Johnson Choir concert was moved to this coming Saturday, the 20th. And she had also asked if Wade could provide an update for renovations.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing as last meeting, that you said you wanted to table for this meeting.
Okay. Do we need to
Y'all
get
still
this?
have that?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got one right here. Sure do.
So we're just waiting to see, how to frame out that front, whether you want to paint it with the wall, with the code ticket booth, or not. If you decide to do the ticket booth, then we can start on it tomorrow with the weather permitting. That's all we're waiting on.
Do we need to do that? Or not?
Well, that's a separate, completely separate.
It's
project
completely separate.
than
What the other
started
one was.
last year. Okay.
Right.
Well, it's an addition to
It's
the
not a-
project.
Do what?
It's an addition to the.
It's completely separate from the first one.
It's
Okay.
separate, but I
So we
can't
just have to-
proceed with the, I can't proceed with the, marquee until
Okay.
I know what you're gonna do with that wall, because it changes the,
Or you could do it and then have to tear it down and do it again.
but it just costs.
That's just
money.
ridiculous.
So it's a
Yeah.
change order.
I agree, and I think I personally, I'm not allowed.
It's
I
fabulous.
think that would be awesome.
Well,
And
I
that's
think.
what we're here to do is we need to make our town awesome,
Yeah, we do.
and this right here is awesome.
Yeah,
What other
and
words to say?
I think I know we'll probably get some flack, but you know what? We got flack before, and then after it was done, we were the best thing since sliced bread. It just goes with the
I don't care what
territory.
they think of me.
No,
I personally
Obviously,
do
I
not.
No,
I never
difference-
did. I'm not in this. The
The only difference between that and what I thought, we originally quoted stacked stone at the bottom of that ticket booth and along the bottom of the windows. But I got a deal on some stacked granite, so it'll be stacked granite instead of stacked stone.
Oh, well, yeah, let's complain about that.
So this is just to restore it like it was.
Yeah,
the original. with
Yeah.
The ticket booth and the.
And you said it may be some complaints, and I'm just curious. I mean, because I don't know what
some
are the
people
complaints?
don't. Some people will say that they don't think that that's tourism related, which
But the more you can bring people in there and go into the SIP
Right.
and
should
bring
help
them into
you.
town.
It should help with your energy, I mean, it's not gonna, save $10,000, but,
just
the single, right now it's got single pane glass. So the lobby, in the summer, will burn you up, in the winter freeze you to death.
Yeah.
Everything in that front wall is not insulated. And the reason being is that canopy that used to be on it, it's open to the ceiling of the lobby.
Yeah.
So whatever temperature was outside is what was inside the building. So that will eliminate that, and then the new glass in the quote is insulated glass
Yeah.
and insulated doors.
Cool.
So
How come we decide? I mean, who thought? Was it later on we thought about this ticket booth, or who
It was.
I mean, was it just
Well-
when you started ripping it?
when we ripped it, then we thought, well, and then we had that old plan, and somebody came in, and somebody came out here, and we just
And said how? Do you remember how the ticket booth used to be?
yeah,
What the ticket
that's
booth
what they
was?
said,
That's what it
and that's
was.
just kind of how it
Yeah.
And
evolved.
it snowballed.
Yeah.
So
It's
Well-
a separate project though, right? It's a separate project.
It's a separate
So we've gotta
project
approve
from
it.
the
Because if it's not a separate project, and if it's part of the original project, man, it's
No.
many issues.
It's not a part. This is a second thought. It was a second hand thought, or what?
yeah, it won't change.
It's an
the
afterthought.
first deal, because they say no, then it goes on as planned, but it says yes, I gotta frame it a little different.
But if you went ahead with the first deal, got it done, and then later on they decide to do something ticket booth, you're about to do some tear out, and it's gonna be more expensive, okay.
yeah.
So it's
We'd have to
separate.
tear that whole thing
That's-
out.
That's what make sure it's completely separate.
It's
Yeah.
completely
Okay.
separate.
If you don't do it now, then,
Right.
you probably add $15,000 to
More,
rebuild
yeah.
it later.
Yeah.
Just because you gotta prop that, marquee marquee back up and tear all that out.
Yeah.
It's going to improve the downtown look anyway.
Yeah.
And, you know, it would fix a lot, it already fixed a lot of all the air conditioning units for that front end and the one that was on the roof all drained inside that awning. So all that was rotted out anyway. I mean,
It's about ready to fall
we
down.
basically tore it off with a claw hammer, so.
I'm not opposed to it, but I don't see how that it would not be a change order of the original plan, which wouldn't require any other bidding or anything like that. But
It's a separate project.
Okay.
Our first
We're gonna-
project was to redo the front
Right.
and get the marquee. Now our second project, its second phase, is to do the booth, the ticket booth.
So now,
You
Yeah,
know,
I
it'd
think
be
we're-
cheaper to go ahead and do the booth now.
Oh, I'm not
Just
opposed
waiting.
to it, I'm just.
Yeah.
Will that ticket booth be heated?
But
Makes sense to do it, now rather than expensive.
Will it
go back
be
to it
heated?
later.
How are we gonna do that ticket booth? We'll have heat and air conditioning, or how are we gonna do that?
Well, the front of it will be outside and the back of it will be inside. And it'll have a door that you get into from the back, from the lobby, like you used to. So, whatever temperature is.
The
lobby
Oh,
is-
you have to, I'm not,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, I would probably still put, you know, in the wintertime, I'd probably still put an electric heater in it, just because it's gonna be window open and closed
well, yeah.
the whole time, or slide under, whichever. But, it should definitely help a lot on the temperature with the insulated glass and the doors, into the lobby. It'll have a 7-foot door to the right of the ticket booth, where once you buy your tickets, you go in. And after the show's over, you'll have an exit door on the left side of the ticket booth, that's matching the door. And they're full 7-foot, 3-foot wide solid wood doors, like they used to be there, so.
yeah. Killer. Awesome.
Now, I'm not opposed to it, I'm just kind of curious why somebody would think that would not be a tourism project, because we host a lot of events there, tourism, bring people in. So, I mean, unless there's something I'm missing.
Yeah, we're just step by step.
We're just
You know,
learning.
that place was empty. It was almost doing absolutely nothing before we got involved. As far as I know, I never saw anything.
It's coming a
I
long
believe
way.
it had come to a point where it was become one of the empty buildings downtown.
Yeah, and just the backstory, what we're doing now, it will look similar to the Paramount now. It'll have a marquee that goes all the way to the curb of the street. With "sit" written on 3 sides of it, and marquee on 3 sides. So if Ralph's family is gonna have a concert, you know, you can put the letters up there. And then on show night, you can flip on all the LEDs and it'll be lit up like Paramount is on nights of shows are there. And that way people at least know when something's going on.
Good drawing. So then, and then later on there'll be a phase, so you're gonna look inside more beyond the outside?
Yeah. I
Seating.
mean,
The next thing's seating.
Yeah.
we've been working on it, you know, for years as money's been available. We did a lobby restoration and that Bonnie got a grant for, and,
Yeah,
That's
you
pretty much
donated
that's what we got everything
50,000.
started back.
Huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a lot. I mean, we tore out the whole floor. The floor had to be level almost 3 inches, and then laid the ceramic tile and built the counter. And,
So there is a plan to go beyond the outside?
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We did
Yeah.
all the painting.
Just
That's
as,
all us.
yeah. We're gonna try and do a fundraiser.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah, it's
we're
the
just trying to
money.
knock one
It's just
thing
a
out
step
at
at a time.
Yeah.
And we're going to try and do a fundraiser in the fall. And Wade had an idea about GoFundMe.com. There's a lot of people who will donate to historic theaters.
Yeah.
Well, and two, you may want to, just again, a thought, the seats, you can actually get people to donate money to buy the
Well,
seats.
what we're thinking
Different
about
angle.
is getting the little gold plaques and selling each seat.
Right, and that's what you do, that, you do that at the top.
Yeah.
So that's way on down the road. That's what
I've got a row I'm buying. We won't do that. I want my row.
You want your
I want
row?
my row back. You all
Yeah, a
pull
lot
it
of people
down
got the first kiss in there.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's very sentimental to a lot of people.
And I'm new, so I probably asked too many questions.
No, that's okay. You go right
No.
ahead about it. We,
No.
those,
I'd rather have questions
Yeah,
asked.
with that original grant, she got $15,000. She got almost $70,000 worth of work done.
In
From
kind
kind
work.
donations from
Wow.
electricians and carpenters and all that. So
Awesome.
It's totally changed. I mean, I don't remember what it used to look like in there, but it's totally changed the look of it.
Good.
I need to go back in after y'all done work since the last time I've been in there. So
It took a pallet of floor leveler to level the lobby. A whole pallet.
believe it.
Yeah, I was in there trying to get that red tile off, and I was taking it one finger. I said, wait, I'm never going to get this off. He came with some tool and suddenly he looked like this. I'd been in there all day and probably got this much done with an hour's time. He had it all done.
Could at least make the card, couldn't you?
Alrighty, I guess we need to.
Make them up. Do we need a
I
motion?
can't.
Do we need a motion?
You're all going to get in there. I used to be the motion guy, and I'm up here now.
Yeah, okay, I'll go ahead and make a motion that we, I still want to call it change order, maybe that's not what it is, that's what it is. My construction days, you call it a change order, but that's whatever you want to call it, you call it that, but I'll make.
We have a motion to approve the change order, whatever.
It is
Is that a problem? The
verbiage
language?
is a problem.
There is a problem with the language?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've got a project,
Uh-huh.
that the project will cost over $20,000, it shouldn't be that.
Okay.
If you've got a project that you can complete for less than $20,000,
Okay.
that's fine. But now, if you're, like he said, if you had the initial phase, you were doing the work, and then you come in, you want to do a ticket booth, which is something completely separate.
Right.
I mean, you can complete the project without doing the ticket booth. This is
But
just
it
something
costs
extra
so
that you
much.
all
This is another
want to try to
project.
do.
Okay.
And he's got a bid in of how much to be able to complete the ticket booth.
13.5.
Yeah, 13.5. So it's under 20,000, and you can approve it without bidding out the work.
Okay.
Now you would get a bid in for, less than that.
Yeah,
But still,
to do that, I'm telling
I-
you.
You're
that last
required
Ain't
week
no
to
way.
advertise for bids if it's going to be for more than $20,000.
Okay.
We got a bid on the facade work from a company in Indianapolis that does facades, but it was $180,000 without the ticket booth.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make that motion, whatever.
For the
For the ticket
okay,
booth.
we've got a motion for the
And you
the
seconded
new
it,
work to be done. And
Did
on
you?
I thought you did.
Second.
Is there a second? I third.
I fourth.
All
And
right.
fifth.
All right. We've got a motion to approve and a second. All in favor, say aye. All opposed. The ayes have it. Approve the SIP. Yay.
Yay! Now if this weather quit,
Okay, where are we?
pray
Old
for aid.
business quote for electrical work at the Stafford House.
We are going to have to do on the Stafford House. We're going to have to. What the money that was allotted to the Stafford House did not include the payment, nor the insurance, nor it was just to do improvements. So we're going to have to adjust that Stafford House budget.
Okay. Where is the? I got a quote. I got a quote in here. What's the change of the Stafford House budget from what to what?
Well,
Do we have to?
how much are we over right now? We're over the budget.
We are over. We're already over about 3,000.
Okay. So is the budget set up like yearly, or I have a question? Is the money budgeted for the Stafford House is a yearly set amount, or is it monthly?
It's yearly. It's
Okay. We're already over for this year, $3,000.
It's where we got that payment and stuff. It's $1,600, and we did so. You're gonna have 4 months of payments in there, Richard, and the insurance and the electric, and that's all I know.
Okay.
And I move that we wait until on this until next year's budget. Or I mean, I don't know what you all think, but this quote for $2,000. that we like.
Is this to get it up to code or what?
It's got all
Something
this
different.
stuff in the front of it, which is not indicative of period of time. I think we're fine as far as
I just didn't know about what the insurance.
the panels are new in there. It's fine, and this could be something we could put on next year's budget. We'll just be here in June. You know, we'll
Right.
do that in June, don't you? But it's whatever you all think.
So it's being used now, there's no problem,
No.
it's not being used.
Oh, it's the Stafford House is being used.
Yeah.
I mean, well, no, it's not being used right now because of the weather.
Right.
But we're trying to start bookings now. Do what, honey?
The electric's up to code.
The electric, yeah,
Okay.
it's got a new box and stuff. This
Well,
is
this
to get that
something we can-
electric off the front,
Okay,
and
so
and then to fix it so that when we do that, we want to do.
Okay, this is a cosmetic thing. It's
That's right.
something-
Yeah.
Well, and it's also
I
a thing for outside if we're going to do the pumpkin house and the Christmas tree house
Like
again.
plug-ins, but-
That's-
They're
That's the
going to
fall.
fix that for us.
Okay.
But since we redo the budget in June, then we could do
We can
this in
adjust
July.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Or that's what I think,
Yeah.
just to see. But that's it's up to you all.
I agree. Let's for $2,000 and wait
Okay.
for $3,000
We'll probably
already.
meet. Let's see, two. What's this?
Yeah.
We probably need to up that budget $10,000 to do the payments and the electric.
Okay.
That's right, that
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right.
right.
All righty. Sounds good. Hey, I guess we need to inform Tim Branham that we're looking
Tell
to
him
do
we will
this in
put
June.
this in the next year's budget,
Yeah.
and we appreciate it.
Yeah. Let's not leave him hanging. Let's let him know.
No.
He's a good fellow.
it may change some in that time frame, the price may change some then, but that's okay. Hopefully you say that.
No, yeah. No, there'd be another quote, but I'm sure it won't
Yeah.
go too much higher.
Okay. Is that everything on the
Well,
Stafford House?
do we need a motion to up the budget on the Stafford House?
I mean, you got discretionary, but you can't really change the budget.
Until we-
We've got discretionary funds.
I was gonna say, take some of your discretionary money for now, but then just make sure it's.
Next
addressed
year.
in Next year's budget.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Is it just the insurance?
No, it's the house payment. See, we bought the house. We didn't have the payment before, so we have the house
Oh, I see.
payment
Okay.
and
All right.
electric.
Okay, all right.
It wasn't budgeted.
Okay.
Wasn't
It was-
put in the budget
It
for
wasn't
this
in the
year.
budget because we didn't own it at that time.
Okay.
So,
Right.
also we have an issue with the Facebook page and the web page. Has that been the only thing that I can see that has been changed, Jonathan, is the phone number.
I was told the phone number was changed, the address was changed. I don't know if the other phone number was changed.
It-
We're gonna
well,
put in a website address on, but there's only so much you can do to control somebody else's Facebook page or website. I guess this is through the UK extension office.
Do you mind just to drop them a letter and ask them if we could just?
I thought it was changed. I mean, I don't know, but
Are
is
you
it
talking
not?
about the Facebook page, Bonnie? I thought they did change
I
that.
think-
I think they did.
Does it give City Hall and my number and your number?
No, I think on Facebook she said that there was only a spot, but it would only let her input one number, Bonnie. Is what
Okay.
I was told.
Jonathan, if you don't mind, could you just please write UK and ask them if they could, we're missing messages. We're going to start booking. If you could just ask them, I mean, if there's some way we could.
If we can leave Kentucky off the Stafford House somewhere, I'm sure they won't have a problem. You put Kentucky on it, they'll be all over us.
I'll, if the commission wants me to write a letter, I'll be glad to. But it was my understanding that the information that we requested that they put on the website, that they put it on the website. There's a difference between a website and a Facebook page.
Well, but there's a lot of people that go to that, so.
And the Facebook, I thought that number had been changed as well.
I think they listed tourism's number on their Facebook page.
Okay. All right. Here is what's up.
Is that Facebook or?
Yeah.
Okay.
The last thing that they show is the pumpkin house. The only thing that they have is called 297-1469. They don't have,
Which is what?
That's here.
yeah. I don't know.
Who has control to put the pictures up of it now?
There's nothing that stops you from starting another Facebook page and putting whatever pictures.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why can't we just
I mean,
start another?
Be better, easier, wouldn't it? And you would own it, whoever does that. Who owns this one?
Well,
The extension agent,
Yeah.
UK Extension Office.
Yeah, you wouldn't want me to do it, 'cause I would not be a good person to do that. But again, read what I got.
So what? So what? The extension agent
Yeah,
used
I
to
understand.
run the Stafford House.
Yes, they did
Does
for
she
years.
not run it anymore?
No, Main Street
Well,
and
then-
tourism does.
Well, then somebody needs to send that person a letter and tell them you're no longer in control of that. This is our intellectual property.
Yeah, but you can't control their Facebook page nor their website.
Well, they can't unless they did they go and do a.
We're going, well, before we talk too much more about it, if you've got an executive session for proposed litigation, we might want to talk about some of this.
Okay.
Okay.
I think there's a few things that need to be.
Okay.
I mean, I really don't care if they just had call
Okay.
Main Street or call here because we're doing the bookings and they get messages from people that if somebody goes somebody wants to come to the Stafford House and they go to this and they get messages, are they going to send them to us? Are they? I don't know. We'll just talk about it later.
Yeah. Okay. Is that all the Stafford House?
Yeah.
Okay. Country Music Highway Museum approval of financial reports and payment of bills for January 2016.
Drinking, it comes out to you that we need to be alarmed with. Okay. Need a motion for approval?
Second.
We have a motion and second of approval. All in favor?
Alright.
All opposed? Ayes have it. We'll approve financial reports and payment of bills for 2016. Okay. The Josh Osborne edition of cycle reimbursement. Who knows about that?
Wayne, did we have anything else to report on that?
You guys talked about this the last meeting that
Right.
Pikeville Tourism on adding to the museum. And I just told you that if you guys decide to do that, I could supply you with the cost it's going to take to add him a display like the rest of them. You already have room on the back of the Chris Stapleton display,
I don't even know who that is.
but the difference would be the name and all that stuff.
I'm sort of. This is what I feel about it, and I can't vote to do it. I think we're going to put a Pikeville native. He's a Pikeville native. Josh Osborne is correct. I think if we're going to add him to the museum up here, I think we need to request them
Do something.
to reimburse something for us to put it up here.
Oh, get us a price and we'll.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
I guess we got to do we have to do a motion, anything like that on it? Or just,
No, not to.
Not the,
okay,
Request
just a
information.
request.
Right.
Well, if you could get our legal staff here the quote what it would be to add him to the back, and then we'll send it to them, and if they want to reimburse us for putting it on there. Is that a normal thing to do? I don't know.
I don't know.
When I was in Pikeville this last week, there was another one on their site now. Did you know that?
We still haven't got Chris Stapleton.
Now
They got some movers and shakers up
There's something in the drifter.
Yeah, Ray Jones.
there. Yeah, the guy from the Drifters. Isn't he from like, oh God.
It says the name and something drifters.
Yeah.
And it's on the ground sign now in Pike County. So that's, and then there's also another one from the 1920s that's on there.
Molly all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think we ought to, yeah,
the
just,
only one they requested was, that you all talked about was Josh Osborne when I was in here.
yeah.
And at that time, you know, you didn't know if you were going to, you didn't know if you
Yeah.
were going to add him or not. And if you do add him, I was just saying, I can tell you how much it would cost to make it look like the rest of them.
Yeah.
That
Well,
way
just,
you can at least submit something to them for reimbursement.
well, give us the estimate so we can send to them, and then we see if we can get the okay from them to do it, and we'll put them up there. I don't have a problem putting them in there. Do you all? But that's just, at the same time, you know, we try to stay a little bit closer to home. And he ain't as big as Chris Stapleton, as far as I know.
So right now, you're not going, there's no action necessary, you're just gonna.
Yeah, we're just
get
going to
quote
send a
and
letter,
see if they'll-
get the amount, send a letter to Pikeville. They want to reimburse us. We'll put them up there.
Okay.
So, what do you think, John?
Well, I mean, but you're gonna take the action on whether or not to put them in there at a later date, and whether or not.
Right, whether or not.
That'll be at the next meeting or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whether or not they want to fork up the cash.
Okay.
If they don't want to do it, they can. You know. Alrighty, the Larry Cordell edition.
Yeah, now, that was another one that you all mentioned at the last meeting, and
I've had
he's
some
already on
people
the
tell
ground
me
sign
we need to do
Marshfield.
that.
And his is definitely, we actually, when you all did the Chris Stapleton's display, you actually went ahead and got it bigger just in case.
You're right.
So the only difference you would have adding Larry Cordell would be the difference in the signage and the graphic that goes in front of that, and you know, the few little things that makes it unique to Larry. Your main wood structure is on the Chris Stapleton display.
Right.
So, this would basically be the price to do Josh, so you could use it. This would be the aluminum fabrication for the stand, the display, the nameplate, and the star, you know, to make it look like the rest of them. The plexiglass covering, the hardware to go over whatever stuff you put in there. The printed materials in the display to match the rest of them. And then you have to decide whether you want to make an interactive display like you did Chris's or just a regular display. So the bottom at the total at the bottom is everything just like Chris's interactive display and all. The circle is without the interactive display.
Okay.
So that's what it would cost you to make Larry Cordell's look like the rest of them, because you've already spent the money for the display. All you have to do is
Right.
the rest of it.
Right. 22.
That's interactive.
It'd be just as,
What, without the iPad?
That's without the
Yeah.
iPad on.
we're gonna have to get an iPad. We need one to take on these trips and everything else.
Well, that iPad would stay with that.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, that's not something you can just hang out with.
oh, well, crap. I like dual purpose stuff.
That would be like the way Chris's is going to be. You could, you know, touch and listen to the music with the headphone stand and all that.
Yeah.
Y'all want to make?
I make a motion we do this.
Okay. We gotta
Just do it when we do Chris's.
go ahead and do them both.
I make that
Chris-
motion.
Chris is pretty much done.
You
Uh-huh.
want to see this?
The wood structure is all done. The guy who's doing the aluminum letters, I just told him to wait until we see if we want to cut out Larry Cordell at the same time.
Yeah, it'll be cheaper.
So,
Uh-huh.
I gave up Coke for me.
So interactive is
That's hard to get.
$39.50.
yeah. That includes the iPad and the earphones, just like the rest.
And non-interactive is $2,200.
The majority of the cost for Larry's,
Mm-hmm.
you already heard.
Right. Well, we got a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Which one are we gonna do?
Larry?
I mean, interactive or not?
Whatever y'all want.
All
to
of
do.
that was interactive.
It was 30.
So you gonna do the interactive one? With
Whatever
iPad?
y'all
Oh, well,
say.
I just,
I didn't know.
Interactive.
Well, just whichever one y'all want.
oh, I just wanted to know. I just wanted it in the minutes, you know. So we know.
Oh, well,
That's it. I didn't know.
I thought your I thought your motion was to approve with the interactive stuff.
Okay. I make that motion.
We have a motion to approve with the interactive full deal. Do we have a second?
Can I ask a question?
Okay.
Is this consistent what we're doing with everybody else too?
Yes.
So they're all interactive?
Well, Chris is
Chris
interactive.
is-
Chris is the only one that's interactive
All right.
with the
Yeah.
with
So
the
that's what
new
we're
with the
trying to-
new thing we're doing now.
Okay.
They're gonna see how this goes and
And
back
then
up.
decide if we're going to do the adults.
And this is for Larry Cordell
All right.
from Lawrence County.
All right.
And are we going to seek money from Lawrence County too?
Well, the difference is he spent a lot of time here
Okay.
too.
That's
So
all right.
that's more. Well.
That don't have any money more.
I guess the thing with me with the Josh Osborne is he wasn't in this area, and Lawrence County is a whole lot closer than Pike County.
Yeah.
Most people in Pike County stay in Pike County, and a lot of people in here,
They
from
do
here,
with
yeah,
volunteers.
Lawrence
It's
County
all volunteers. They don't have
Right.
they don't have
Budget or
a
anything.
budget.
Yeah. But I'd
I
say
think they're
they
going to
will.
work on it.
Yeah, with all the hotels and stuff
Uh-huh.
down there now. But there's just some people that did traveling in here in the past that and Larry Cordell was one of them. That where Josh Osborne, as far as I know, did not.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm just
In fact, I think the request is from somebody from Pikeville anyway, isn't it? For him to add us.
Yes, to add Josh.
Josh to our museum actually came from Pikeville, or most of
Yeah.
it comes from.
I've had a lot of people in Johnson County ask me to see that we put Larry Cordell in.
Right.
So.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I don't
Yeah.
even know who the other guy is. So.
Well,
He does a lot of events here.
Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been at the SIP how many times?
Yeah.
A bunch.
I second it.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor of the Larry Cordell exhibit, please say aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Let's build it for Larry.
I mean, he does show up over in Paintsville, son.
Yeah.
That guy does.
Well, you just had some people. It's amazing to watch the traveling of certain musicians. The directions they go. And this area right here is a lot. People from. You get a lot of people from Lawrence County and from Morgan County, Elliott County and stuff came this way and played music, but it seemed like they stopped. It's like Floyd County is in between Pike County, so people didn't go through Floyd County from here to go down to play in Pike County.
Yeah.
So Hilo Brown was that way too. He more went north than south, so that's just odd.
He was from Miles Branch, I guess, down there, wasn't he?
Yeah. Hilo. I tried to go on tour as a roadie with him one time.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
He used to have a little house down there, Highlands Hideaway down there at Miles Branch, Jersey.
I never went, but I heard. Alrighty, sorry about the Larry Cordell edition of Tom T. Hall corner display.
Uh-huh.
All right, you got all those trophies for Tom.
Right.
They're on a folding table up there.
Right.
So Joanne was wanting to know if you could put a corner shelf there to put all
I
his
agree.
Yeah, we need to-
trophies on.
Yeah.
Put it behind glass.
Right.
Okay.
So that's the quote for that.
1657.
And that's to match all your other displays and put glass over it, so.
Different, but not the same.
All the stuff that's on the walls where those are at, they're just gonna move up higher.
And all the stuff from Tom T. Hall's, it's temporary, isn't it? It's permanent here.
They're permanent, yeah.
Oh, wow.
They gave it all to us.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I thought it was like something they moved around.
No.
for him to-
They actually invited us down there to stay, but we couldn't make it. So
Yeah, I think they're supposed
I
to
told them
be-
to invite us again. We'd all come down.
Yeah. And this was specifically wanted to come to the museum.
Yeah.
This stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Would y'all like that?
We need to do something.
Yeah.
I'll make that motion to make.
I second.
We've got a motion to approve and a second for the Tom T. Hall corner display. All in favor? All opposed? The ayes have it. Let's build Tom T. Hall corner display. Okay, lighting replacement for displays. I guess we've got some light problems.
That's the lighting that's above all the displays y'all have that's, I guess, installed back in the museum was built. And the electrician is getting a quote for you guys on that, so it'll be probably next meeting we'll have that.
Okay.
Those are those really high, those
Ones that
expensive.
seal 'em.
Let me tell y'all something. It'd be cheaper just to change the lights out to buy them bulbs.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm not kidding.
What are the
the bulbs are expensive and they only last for a couple of weeks.
what type of bulbs are they? Those halogen
No,
No.
they're not screw-in bulbs.
No,
They're
they-
one of those diode
they
bulbs.
clip in.
Pop in.
diode. Oh yeah. Oh, I hate them things.
Yeah.
They're like $15 or $20 a piece.
I mean, I go out there about every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think we should get LED.
There's only, you've got like 20 up there and there's like 4
Yeah,
ones.
Yeah.
It's really tacky. When you go in there and you've got 4 lights working, it's tacky.
Yeah.
It needs to be fixed.
I've never seen them all.
Needs to be brought down.
Yeah, I think we should just get LED. I mean,
Well, the only problem with LEDs
Well, yeah, they don't last that.
$15.
the height of them.
Whatever.
I guess, isn't it? If you put LED up there,
Yeah, these
it
actually
wouldn't
hang on the
reach-
case and
will
shine back.
come down. You'd have to bring like this right here,
Yeah,
something like this down to get it closer.
yeah. Well, they're mounted to the displays and hang over.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your problem with that with LED, with it, you'd have to get a really, really low dimming LED. So you wouldn't get the reflection off the glass. Which is not a problem, he just hasn't got the quote done yet.
Okay.
It'll be next meeting.
Okay, that's fine. All right, we'll table the lighting replacement for displays to the next meeting. Okay, projector system update and wonderful report on damage found by Scott.
So I have good news and bad news. We'll start with the good news. The good news is the new system's in and it works great. I trained the girls up there. Lynette got to see it. Today I just brought the iPad. It's very simple. I'm going to show them again tomorrow how to do that. I've got nice directions posted in there. We have a nice cabinet so it's protected from the popcorn concessions when things are going on to cover it up. We put a lock on the door so none of the main components can get destroyed, and it's a great system. In installing it, we ran into a couple issues. The previous amp that you guys had a few channels out. The left speaker and the center speaker didn't work. And it was our guess and the amplifier was fried in those channels. It was our guess it was a power surge. But after a little bit of further investigation, we found out what it was. When we actually got those speakers out, started pulling the wire through, there was a clean cut on the speaker wires. So we went around back and found big problems. Basically, the installation before, somebody had drilled through the hardy plank foundations into the wall without sealing those and just ran the wire outside along the ground. I have some photos I'll pass
I've seen
around. You guys can see what I'm talking about here.
When we,
Um,
now,
I'll let him finish.
This is probably from the original installation. So what had happened is the same theory as the power surge. When these wires were cut, and my guess is it was cut by a weed whacker or a lawnmower, that's what shut the amp out. with those 2 channels. So when we encountered that, we didn't let it hold up the install. And actually, if you look on there, the bottom right picture was our temporary fix we did. Didn't charge you guys for that labor because I wanted to get my system up and running. So I had to do a temporary fix in there. But if you look here, there's phone wires exposed that could go at any time. There's the cabling system, which is why the cable is fuzzy in that TV room. The shielding is all blown out. The worst thing is the bottom left photo. Inside the museum, when I moved the chair, I found water damage in the baseboards. And that's because when I took that game plate off, I mean, I could stick my fingers outside the museum, and that's not good. So, encountered some problems there. So, right now the system works, but the next time you got some weeds and someone comes through and whack it, they're going to cut either your phone lines out, internet, or whatever is coming through there. So it needs to be fixed. And I did some research, and I've got a quote for you here that will fix it, and we'll never have that problem again, which I'm going to pass around. And on this, the labor is only $250, but to get it right and to fix that water damage, that the hardy plank is a special order hardy plank. It's going to take me 3 weeks to get that. So to match that and not make it just look patched and thrown up there, it's going to cost. But this is something that's a priority because the water damage is only getting worse, especially with the snow we had. Right now, you can stick your finger through that baseboard and it's just peeling away. So it needs to be stopped. We need to put grommets on all those holes and put it all in conduit. So when they know when they weed whack, it's not going to go. Because the next thing could go could be your internet, your phone lines, who knows what. So there was the bad news. Other than that, once it's
This
fixed,
is a 10-year-old building? 10-year-old building?
Yeah. I mean, you can go look right now. There's a wad of phone cable stuff out there just exposed.
So does this
That fixes it all. That re-insulates all the wiring.
with the phone cable too, or
With phone cable, with every wire that is running out there that is on the ground,
Okay.
I'm going to re-insulate and fix for you guys and run through conduit. You're not going to have a problem.
okay, that's even better.
Yeah. So,
I agree.
Well, I make a motion we need to go ahead and do that because you don't have some kind of event, something happens, and then everything goes down.
I agree.
And with the weather, we need that as fast
right.
as possible.
Yeah, and you spend money on this great system, which is
Yeah.
really awesome. And Lynette got to see a little bit of it. It's amazing. One of the cool stories that when we were installing there, I guess a bride came in to try to check everything out, and we had just got the Apple TV hooked up. She was like, "Can we put pictures up there?" And I kind of took the liberty to say, "Yeah, you got your phone," and she put her phone out on AirPlay, and it connected, and she could swipe pictures and play music. And she said, "Oh my gosh!" So the system is pretty neat. And I urge you guys to go check it out sometime when you get a chance. It's really user friendly. I think it's going to help you guys a lot. Here's the second thing I found. This isn't so bad, but this is something that you should address eventually. And I understand with this is a priority. The second thing is in the atrium there, the round little where the Orland home place is. There's a TV there with speakers, and this wasn't in my original project scope, but I never knew what that TV was for. But when we were in there, Joanne mentioned, "Hey, can you check this TV out?" And we checked it out. And all the wires to that TV go, if you're facing the counter in the museum, the room to the right, that kind of like has a church pew, and it's a new little side room there to the right. The wires for that go over under that church pew. They're not hooked to anything. So that TV's dead. It's not functioning. It was too late at the point when I found out about it to tie into the system, and you really don't need to, because if they're playing wedding videos or playing a movie, you don't need that there. I looked at that and I thought I'd give you guys an estimate for a cool solution. I think that would help with that, which is a little player that goes behind the TV. I'm staying at the Ramada right now. You turn the TV on, it says the carriage house, this, that, and the other. It's one of those things that will play pictures, give upcoming events, and it's easily updatable with photos. So I wanted to give you guys an estimate for that. And this estimate includes me setting up a template with all the pictures I've done on your Google Business View of the Web Grocery, Lorettaland Home Place, Mountain Home Place. I could set up something that gives you tourism stuff, and then show you guys how to, if you have an event coming up or something, how that they can just plug a little USB drive in the back of that TV and play any upcoming event. So that's that. I hate when I go in somewhere and I see equipment that's not utilized, and you guys aren't utilizing that with the museum, so I thought I would throw it into this if I could.
You're talking about that flat screen TV, right?
The little flat screen TV, 2 speakers there when you're in the round atrium. Yeah. Because there's nothing going to it right now. It's just dead.
Yeah.
And why is it? I'm blonde, but could somebody please tell me why it's dead and this hadn't been addressed?
I don't know. But when I came there, I never knew that was part of it. What you guys do? Like, there's a TV in the gift shop, I guess, that has cable.
Right.
Got the cable working, which wasn't in my proposal, in the big room. You know, you can watch cable there too. But that TV, it won't
So we've
play
been paying
anything.
for cable and it didn't work.
I don't even think it doesn't have cable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, there's cable up there.
Oh
It's
yeah,
fuzzy.
yeah. We pay a
Yeah,
cable
there's
bill
cable
every
in the
month.
thing,
Oh
but that
yeah.
TV
Well,
has
maybe
no
the
signal.
guy with the weed whacker cut that line too.
I mean, there was cable in the working in the gift shop,
I mean, this
right?
is-
Yeah, there's cable.
Yeah, there's cable in the
Yeah,
gift shop,
I mean, we're
and
paying
there's
for it.
cable in the big room with the projector, so you can watch cable there.
Well, we
Now,
had a-
granted, when I fix it, it's not going to be as fuzzy as it is because it's fuzzy because it's all cut and like
Yeah,
that
fuzzy,
stuff.
yeah.
So fix that. But there is no cable. What's going to that TV? The wires are empty in that room. I don't know what you call that room, but it's the room to the right of the gift counter. It has a little church pew and some.
Tony's old office.
Where the water leak happened.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
that room, all the wires are behind that church pew, not plugged into a darn thing. I don't even need those. It would cost you more money to like put equipment back there. You don't need to put equipment back there. I'd like to block those off and have a device that goes behind that TV that uses a
That's
thumb
when
drive
you
or
first walk
whatever
into
you
the
need.
lab.
Alright.
It's a TV.
Oh,
Yeah, so they got something and it can loop
That flat
photos.
screen.
Lynette, did we vote on the repairs? We already no. You just make the motion.
Bobby
Yes.
did make
Bob made the motion. Did somebody second?
To fix this TV or whatever?
No, not the TV. The
Repairs.
Oh, the
repairs
first
for the-
repair.
They need to do 2 separate.
wires. Oh yeah, that has to be separate.
Okay.
So you've already made the motion on the repairs for all the wiring and
Right.
everything, correct? Do we have a second?
I'll second that for the wire.
We have a motion and a second for the repair all the wiring.
And you're
All
fixing that
in
in the windowsill too, the hardy board, right?
Yeah, all the hard plank. Yeah.
Yeah.
Inside damage, outside, all those will be filled.
Yeah, and then all of it insulated to where we won't have
Correct. Yeah,
damage.
even the base plates are insulated.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Let's get that stuff repaired. Now, the next thing is the TV work.
I make that motion.
Okay. Wait, that's the corner shelf. That goes away here. Okay. Have you seen the?
Yeah.
That's for the TV. Get the TV working and stuff.
$610.
And that's going to include a really nice looping thing I've done, all this photos I've done for you guys. It'll have
Yeah.
one place, web grocery, Mayo Church. It'll be great, and then you guys can add
Oh, yeah.
special events on that.
When you start doing the TVs, please take pictures and show us
Yes, ma'am.
what wasn't done.
I sure
Thank
will.
you.
You've already made the motion. Did you make the motion?
I did to do the TV, honey.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go ahead and second it because you don't want something that's not functional.
You're right.
Right.
Exactly. We want everything working. We have a motion and a second. All in favor of repairing the TV?
Aye.
Yeah, all opposed? Sounds like the ayes have it. We'll get that fixed too. Was that all of it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You want more? No.
No?
I want to go home.
Okay, I've got to go packing. Okay, Stephanie, the marketing consultants report. We got that in an email, didn't we?
Yes.
Stephanie and I and Mitchell from Prestonsburg Tourism did the boat show this week. We had a great turnout. It was a great success. Also, we planned our paddle fest. Prestonsburg is going to absorb half the cost of all of it. We're going to start doing our advertising together, Prestonsburg and Paintsville, on certain things. And he's actually coming down tomorrow, and we're going to do a phone conference with Stephanie and a couple other people. The Paddle Fest will be every fourth Saturday beginning in May. We had some people, actually J.B. Wells' daughter one of her friends came by, and they're going to come up and do the first Paddle Fest and stay with us. Let's see.
And then what will they have that finished around the airport? When's that?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
It just depends. They haven't been able to work,
Yeah.
obviously. And we discussed that with both. We had both mayors down there, and we discussed that. And one of the things that we'd like to do is we need more camping around here. That was one of the main questions, not only at the state fair, but there about camping here. So we'd like to maybe put a camping area there at the Combs Airport. You know, where we're going to get that dock in there. So also he and I will be going to.
Is there any actual airplanes still on the Combs
Yeah.
Airport?
Yeah.
So is it still FAA rated or whatever?
I think so, babe.
I think that may
No.
be it's not.
It's a private airfield now.
So you still don't you still have to follow FAA?
FAA dropped it from their books about not long after I got my pilot's license, maybe 2000.
I was just wondering, you're talking about
That's
camp?
jointly owned by these two cities.
Yeah.
We own all that property up there together.
Right.
I think
Prestonsburg.
there's some sort of rules in how close you can have housing, temporary housing,
Oh
like
yeah,
camping
but
and stuff.
the FAA no longer
Regulates that?
funded or regulated.
Oh, okay.
It's a private field owned by Prestonsburg and Paintsville jointly.
Okay. Cool. Just want to make sure
That's
that
one of
was
the main reasons why they can race there now is because the FAA doesn't have anything to do with it.
okay. Like they couldn't go up to the
Big Sandy.
Big Sandy
No.
race.
You're not allowed to drive on the tarmac or the runway at Big Sandy.
Okay. I'll remember that.
You're not allowed to go to 55 miles an hour either.
Mitchell and I will be going to Winston-Salem to Travel South Showcase. We were very disappointed to find out, we had those fam tours up here and had some of the bus tour people. We didn't know about this, but we could have gone to Louisville and done the same thing you do at Travel South. Tony Tackett got almost 30 bus tours. Prestonsburg and Paintsville didn't go. It was a slip up somewhere. So, but we'll be going here on March the 6th to Winston-Salem, and which we were just going to be Paintsville by ourselves. Now they're going to be splitting the cost, which is good for both of us.
Okay.
And tomorrow we're also going to try and start setting our appointments because you only get 7 minutes with.
The bus people.
Yep.
Did
So
I-
we're excited.
Did I get an email about some sort of? I can't remember who I got it from. I get so many from Florida about the Christmas thing. Was that something you sent me? Or?
Well, Lynette, and then you talked to some lady or something.
Yeah, I've talked to several people. We're on track to have
Christmas.
right now about 5 bus tours in here.
Coming from Florida?
No.
I just got the Florida thing.
No.
I guess I was stuck on it. I'm wanting to get there with this crappy weather we've got.
No, they actually wanted to come in November, but we really don't have anything going on. So we suggested they come during the Christmas celebration, and then they can. So I'll be working on their schedule, and we need a director.
Yeah.
Just
Is that
saying.
we got to do that in executive sessions?
I don't know what we got to do.
Do we do that in open session, or do we need to go to executive session for a director?
Oh, well, I mean, if you got, you're talking about just, do you have applications you're gonna review?
Yeah,
You can go
we're
to
not
closed
going to.
session for that, but if it's just general requirements, you can stay in open session.
Okay. Well,
And we probably need to go in executive
If we
session
talking
about the
about
Stafford
people,
House
go
also.
into closed session.
Okay.
Okay. Well. First of all, there's no precedence to me that I've seen about what to do for hiring a director. With us, I didn't know if we need to go in a committee or anything, but we need it pretty quick. So, I guess we will go to executive session.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just
We're
don't
going there
talk
next.
Okay.
But I think that we all need to pick like 3 that you like 3 or less, and then we'll just get together and look at those each 3 we picked and discuss it in private because I don't think we should be discussing individuals in an open.
Okay.
To me,
Then maybe bring those 3.
So how far off are we from the 30 days, Lynette?
I don't know the exact date, but it's the end of this month. I mean, it
Yeah,
should be
it's
soon.
pretty close. So, and then we can email each other back and forth about it. But I've already picked 3 people. Anybody else done the same
Well,
thing?
I haven't. That's why I was asking.
Okay,
I
we're
haven't
gonna-
either. I haven't even had
Well,
the
just
opportunity.
pick. Lynette sent the emails for
Yeah,
for
we get
every,
them.
every applicant. So, just we'll all as an individual basis pick 3 of those people, and then who you think's the most qualified, I think, be a good director, and then we'll talk with each other about the 3 that we picked and why we picked them, and then we'll go from there, and then we'll vote on one. Well, I guess we got to
Interview
vote.
them.
We'll interview them.
Yeah.
Interview them. We'll pick out of what will that be?
How many do we have so far on it?
15. If we all pick 3, the maximum we can have will be 15, which we may
We had
all
20.
pick some other people.
You don't want to interview.
Yeah, and it may be maximum 15. It may be a whole lot less, and we'll take from those 3 from each of us, and we'll break it down, pick them up, put their name in a hat, and draw it out.
I'm not there.
Alrighty, I guess now we need to. Do we have to go through to go into executive session? I just got to take us into executive session because I'm the executive, I guess.
You have
You
to
gotta
quote
vote.
through KRS statute.
Pursuant to KRS 61.8101 C and F. We're now going into executive session
You're discussing personnel
Personnel.
and Stafford
potential
House.
litigation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Back from executive session.
Motion to come out of executive session.
Oh,
I make that motion. Second.
all in favor of coming out of the executive session, say aye. There's a nay. Ayes have it. We're out of executive session. Hold on. Where'd it go? What we do next? Commissioners' comments? Is that what it is?
Wait a minute.
Well,
Report
we
that there was
gotta
no type of action.
No action was taken during the executive session.
Actions taken.
Yeah. But I'd like to say that we have a lot of very good applicants for the director's position. We're going to be going in that direction, I guess. So hopefully by the end of the month we'll have a director. Yeah, beginning of the next month, possibly, maybe. That's what we're working at. I guess that's everything, guys.
Richard, I have one thing, I'm sorry. Stephanie wanted me to mention this. Last month how she had talked about wanting to revamp the website, and she said, maybe 5,000 to 8,000, something like that. We've been looking over the budget amount for advertising and what we've already agreed to, but maybe we've not wrote the check yet. But basically, we've only got about 19,000 left. And I know Stephanie said that she plans to partner with Prestonsburg a lot for advertisements and things coming up. And she was just kind of concerned that, the amount may not be there. But, it would be my understanding that the advertising line item is where those funds would come from. Is that correct?
I believe
Not
it would.
necessarily so. You could probably take it out of, I don't know, let's ask Wiley.
Well, we've got 19,000 left in the advertising part of the
That'll go
budget.
till the end of June.
That goes to the end of June. So how much of that 19,000 is already earmarked for something?
Well, that's what we have. That's not.
That's it.
And of course, you must say 8,000. It's gonna go at least for the website.
Right.
At least 11.
Okay, so that's, I'll say that amount you're telling me is unspent
Yes.
funds from,
Right. But they,
Advertising
Stephanie,
budget.
they had plans. I don't know if you know anything.
She-
that's part of advertising,
She does,
so.
yeah. And I want to compliment her because she truly has stretched their advertising dollars.
Yeah, and done well.
She came in, over
Yeah, I
3/4 of the advertising budget was spent when she got here, or half of it.
Does she need these funds allocated now, or is she just wondering?
Well,
if
she
we're
just
still-
asked me to double check where the funds would come from. And I in my opinion, I would think it would come from the advertising
Right.
budget. Because
That's where I thought it would.
Right. So she was just kind of concerned, you know, that she might need additional funds, you know, to last us through the end of the year.
Well, I think we're within budget if it leaves us 11,000 more. So there won't be any new that we know of.
I mean,
Of 11,000, that's a lot.
yeah,
of
we're getting
advertising.
ready to do some, brochures of the Battle Fest. I mean,
That's
little
not,
stuff.
well, that's not gonna be
Right.
$11,000.
No, no.
Send a brochure to everybody in the United States, for 11 grand.
And I hear that they had a play, Sweetheart Play at the museum, they sold out. So I think it was a huge success, and I want to thank Jeremiah Parsons and the Main Street Players for all they do for the SIP and the arts.
Cool. Any other commissioners have any comments? Suggestions?
Just got that fishing swap meet out down Central this weekend.
Is that this weekend?
Passed out all the flyers.
I've got something special I've got to get in for somebody that comes in just for us to meet, you know. Gotta remember to
You
do it, and
better
I'm gonna
get that
be, it
to do.
takes my fire.
I know you did that.
And ours on fire. Would y'all like to
Motion
adjourn?
to adjourn.
I second that.
Motion and a second, and all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it, let's adjourn till next month.